All right, so lessons we learned. Pay attention to how you're putting your phone in the tripod. And also don't drop things on cats. They don't appreciate it. But we are actually back out here. We're finally going to work on this guy a little bit more. And I did go cheap and easy. You guys are on my little tripod on the table. So it's not going to do you much good if I turn the table, except, you know, you get a little sneak peek of Odin. So what we're going to be doing is this. The background here, we're probably going to dry brush just a little bit of silver on the wings. And if we have time, we'll do his hair. But I'm going to kind of adjust things a little bit so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing while I'm doing it. And it's been a hot minute since I've been out here, so forgive me if I'm a little off-kilter and random, but stuff happens. I think we're going to start with this guy, just because we can. And please bear with me as Mr. Odin decides to go in and out of the shot, because kitten. Now, I am aware I'm filling these holes underneath. I don't intend to use this as it was intended. It was intended as a waterfall, but I don't have anything at this point that I could add a waterfall to. And if I do decide to do a waterfall at some point, I can poke the paint out of those holes in minutes. It won't take anything. And you will hear my birds in the background. They are extremely upset because I am the terrible, horrible human being who stole their blankets to wash them. But to be fair, it needed doing. It is stunningly gorgeous outside. Anytime the weather turns like that, when it's been really, really rough outside, and then all of a sudden it's absolutely gorgeous, I get the spring cleaning bug. So I clean, and I clean, and I clean, and I clean, and I clean. Because the stuffiness in the house after it's been really frigidly cold for a while just destroys me. I am not a fan of that type of weather. So I just mixed up my silver and a little bit of chrome shift black just to start doing this rocky looking stuff behind. I may have to do a smaller brush in spots. My goodness, those birds are throwing a fit. I'm not sure what all we're throwing our fits about, but so I know you guys aren't moving all that much, but I need to be able to reach. So that's why you guys were getting moved, but enjoy your nice little view of ridiculously cute kitten in the background there. He's going to show you his back feet because, of course, he is. I could not have gotten out here while it was cold out and all of the cats were holding up in here. It's one thing to deal with a napping kitten here and there. I mean, seriously, the cuteness is unmatched. But all of them, 5, sometimes 6 cats back here, it's too much chaos to try and get anything done. Even as we stand now, I have Apollo at my feet looking for attention. Because of course I do. What is life when you have multiple cats without multiple cats looking for that attention all at once. Now, the other reason I went with the small tripod is I can move you guys around so that we can actually see what I'm doing. I could have brought my chair over, but I am standing because I was lazy and I didn't want to move the chair. So, mistakes were made, and I get to stand. But that's okay. We're going to make the absolute most of this ridiculously beautiful day as we can. And we're going to totally pretend that we're not concerned in the slightest that we went from freezing to 70 degrees within a few days, because, you know, that totally doesn't usually result in severe weather. We're just going to enjoy the day. If we enjoy the day less this evening when the weather decides to go a little bit crazy, we'll deal with that later. For now, we're just going to enjoy the fact that, you know, it's more than 70 degrees outside, and I'm not cold. I have arthritis in multiple parts of my body. What Apollo? In case you were wondering, there is, in fact, a kitten on this side as well. And Odin is being Odin and playing over here now. I'm trying to get you guys positioned so that I can actually see in the camera, and you guys can see what I'm doing with this top little bit. But Odin, Apollo, no. Life with cats. It's never dull. Sir, you're going to get paint on your paws and you're going to get all over the place. You cannot. You can't climb me either. Hi. You're very cute. Go play. Sorry for that. Minor interruption, no big deal. We're going to bring you guys down a bit. There we go. And I'll try not to completely block the camera with my hand. I guess I could slide you guys around and come in this way. You are on a spinning table after all. I'm really starting to wonder what is going on with my birds. But my other half is home. So if it was something other than the birds are just seriously mad because I stole their blankets, he would probably be trying to get my attention about now, which is not hard to do. We're in different parts of the same house after all. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I guess I offended Apollo. He decided he was going to go outside to play now. He wanted to come up and see what was going on up here and chase my brush, and I really can't let him do that. He would track paint literally everywhere. But he is very cute, and I do appreciate his presence in my life. He just can't be quite so up close. Oh, no, there's the kitten in question. He has decided he's going to go for a different approach. And so are you guys. Are you set? Kind of. Okay. I kind of like this whole moving the camera as needed thing. I might have to use that more often. It has definitely been working for me today. Guys, let me know in the comments if you like it, hate it, or don't care. You know. I am definitely looking forward to starting on a few different projects. But first, we gotta finish this guy. I'm not trying to have more half-finished projects. It's been bugging me that this guy's been sitting not getting finished. So close to being finished. But my goodness. I think their yelling might actually be my fault because I left my scary videos playing. Sometimes that is the issue. There we go. Now, we've gotten 2 out of 4 things I wanted to get done. How are we doing on time? We're not doing bad at all. I do want to grab a different brush. Just a small one. Nothing too big and fancy. And I actually want to dry brush his wings. And I may have to hold you guys in one hand and do the painting with the other. But this little cloud that he's sitting on, I want to dry brush with silver after I throw my paintbrush. We'll go ahead and do this part first because that's where my brush landed. Dry brushing doesn't add a crazy lot of color, but it does add just a hint of that tone. We don't want him sitting on a storm cloud, but we just don't want him sitting on nothing either. So that just adds a little bit of shimmer. Same thing with the wings. We don't want a lot of color, but we just want that little hint of shimmer. Just to give him a little bit of something special in there, right? There we go. And now, we're apparently going to get paint all over my hand, because why not? Would it be one of my videos if I didn't get paint all over me? Hi, Apollo. Yes, I love you, but no, you're not coming up right now. Kittens. Okay, that was dramatic. My paint is apparently dramatic today. We're going to just spit paint all over the place instead of just putting a little drop on the plate for me, apparently. And I promise I'm not nuts. There is a method to my madness. If you've been on my channel before, you know I can't just use a color. I have to sit there and play with the coloring until I get the color I want. Which in this case is a really rich, kind of shimmery blue. Like that. And I need a smaller brush. But we're going to get the paint off of this brush first. Because there is an awful lot of it on here. Actually, this brush might just work. I just can't put it completely flat down. But it's a narrow brush. So we can make this work. Pardon my paint-covered hand. You guys are actually in a pretty good position for what I'm working on, so I'm not looking to move you all that much. And I will be going live in a little while. I will have this uploaded before I do. But I haven't had time or the ability to get out here to do a regular painting video in weeks due to weather and cats. So I wanted to get out here and get this done. I was going to do it yesterday, but I didn't want to. If we're being real 100% honest, I just didn't feel like it yesterday. I needed a day to catch my breath a little bit. Mondays are kind of my Saturday. They're my first day off of work. And I work some crazy hours for a couple days a week, which is completely the way I agreed to do things. There we go. So all I have to do now, once I get this done and his hair done, is the dreaded skin tones. And I will forever hold to the opinion of, if you ever feel like you're a little too sane, try and mix a realistic skin tone. You will quite happily get rid of that sanity without much fuss or muss. It just kind of happens. About the fourth time you try it and it's just way too pink or way too yellow or kind of an odd brown that looks more like mud than skin. It happens a lot. There we go. We are almost done with this. And then I just realized I brushed him. So we'll be doing a primer on that again, but not right this minute. What we will do is just come up under here like this, wipe some of it off, and then I'll go back through with the white before I try to do the skin tone. Or maybe I'll decide he's wearing sleeves of fabric, because why not? Because we can, right? I don't know why the fabric would be all up under there. We're not going to do up under there because that's just asking for trouble. So now one more brush goes in the water. I got everything down but a brown, and that's the way that usually goes. Pardon me as I go in my trusty dusty cabinet here. Grab two tones to mix together to create the brown I want. And then I'm going to move you guys one more time. We'll give this guy a nice head of hair. Now, if you watch my coloring lives more, you know I like to do my metallics for hair colors. That works in paint too. So I'm going to set you guys here. New angle, right? Good. And we have more paint on my hands because why not? And I do want a small brush for his hair. Hi, Apollo. Apollo is very interested in what I'm doing for some reason. And I don't know how these two colors together made it look like he's a redhead, but he's gonna be a redhead. And these are the colors that we mixed. I guess it's kind of a brunette kind of deal, but I don't know. I think we got another redhead. It happens a lot. But I have a ton of red tones to my hair, so who's going to complain, right? Now all he needs is some skin, huh? We are not doing that today. I want to keep what little bit of sanity I have left for today. But we will be doing that tomorrow. And there isn't really a technique on this. It's more just kind of poke it with the brush until it gets in everywhere. Which is why I wanted the smaller brush. Now I'm kind of glad I didn't do the chair, because I can actually just be knelt down over here working on it. I don't know if I'm in the shot or not. I know my hand is. I'm not really ever trying to be in a shot. Unless it's the very, very rare times that I actually put my phone on selfie mode. But I am not the subject of most of the days on my channel. I just like being the voice and the hands. I let the pets and the art and the coloring speak for themselves. They are much nicer to look up at than I am. Though I don't feel like I'm ugly or anything like that. I'm just not... I am not interested in being in front of the camera. I like being able to throw my hair back and throw a t-shirt and some yoga pants on. And nobody knows the difference. It's just the voice. You guys might see me now. Don't know. There we go. Yeah, you might have seen me for a second there. Yay for you guys. And I've not completely lost my mind yet, I promise. I'm just a little bit bonkers, and I don't know how I caught that, but, you know. I'm not sure why my tripod just decided it didn't feel like standing up. Don't know what happened there, but okay. It happens occasionally. But we are going to go ahead and stop there, and this guy will be finished tomorrow unless something crazy happens. So until then, I will talk to you guys next time.